So it's November 4th, the day before Election Day. I'm feeling a little uneasy, and I think a lot of us are, not knowing how it's going to turn out. Nothing has really changed since 2020. So I think we're going to see the same shenanigans that we saw last time. I wouldn't be surprised if the day after that they say it's a Kamala victory. I'm not putting too much weight on what the results are the day after, because we got a long ways to go until the results get certified or until we get an inauguration day. That's going to be the day that I'm going to be paying attention. Because just because news networks start claiming a victory doesn't mean it's so. I think that there has been a military operation going on. Continuity of government. There are things happening below the surface, but I don't know how it's going to work out. Regardless of what happens, these next couple months are going to be very shaky. We've got a lot of illegals that are being given credit cards with money, that have their bills being paid, their rent being paid. It wouldn't surprise me at all if that money gets turned off. And you're going to see a lot of riots happening in these communities. And then you're going to hear the news networks coming out saying it's Trump supporters that are protesting the results. I think that is very possible. It's a little uncertain to know what's going on, but I am confident that truth will prevail, that righteousness will prevail, that we gotta stand our ground. Use your voice. If you see something, report it. And if it does turn out that there is a Democratic win, I think the next month or so it is extremely important that we remember who we are and that we do not get carried away in any emotion or any rallying that may happen. So I think that's been pretty much proved with J6, that there were federal operators involved that were stirring up the crowd. All you gotta do is put a Trump hat on, get inside one of those groups and start edging the crowd. We don't need to be a part of that. So now more than ever, we gotta mind our business. We need to make sure that we are above reproach. We are Americans. We are Americans in this republic. We are not a democracy. I have never pledged allegiance to the flag and to the democracy for which it stands. The people that keep telling us we're a democracy, I think, are intentionally trying to erase our history. The people saying that we are a threat to democracy are themselves being the threat. How many primaries has the Democratic nominee won? So you're telling me that's Democratic? I know a lot of us are ticked off. I know we're pissed. We see what's going on, and we may feel like there's nothing we can do. But we have our voice. We know who we are. So I just want to encourage everyone to remember who you are, that we are Americans, that we are governed by a moral. This country was founded on Christian principles. Whether or not you believe in that or not, it is at the core of who we are. It's not about looking at loopholes in the written code to find out what's permissible. No, it's about doing what you know is right and proper. We are to love our fellow Americans, our fellow humans. We are governed by a higher calling. And I am confident that in the end we will prevail, that righteousness will prevail. But you know, all that's necessary for the triumph of evil is that good men do nothing. So use whatever platform you have and start speaking truth. Truth is the only thing that can conquer the lies that we are faced with all the time. So be strong. Keep fighting the good fight. And I hope to see you on the other side.